Morning, everybody. Wanted to talk about amulets, talismans, and spell cards. Now, there are some gray areas in defining what an amulet and talisman are. Some people use the words interchangeably when they shouldn't. Okay. Now, I referenced the book, The Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard by Oberon Zell. And he has clear definitions on what a amulet and talisman are, and I'm going to read those to you right now. An amulet, from the Latin amuletum, means of defense, is an object charged with magical power for protection or to turn aside bad luck, illness, or evil, and carried on one's person. Traditionally, amulets are usually made from found natural objects, especially ones whose unusual shape or color caught one's eye, such as holy stones, fossils, crystal shells, meteorites, acorns, bones, etc. These would be drilled with a hole and strung on a cord to be worn around the neck, or else kept in a little grigri bag worn around the neck. The magical properties of such objects were felt to be intrinsic, or within. No single amulet is all-purpose, other than for general good luck, but they are not usually as specific as talismans. All right. Now, a talisman is a specially made object charged and endowed with magical powers as a tool to accomplish a specific purpose. There are talismans for making fortunes, winning gambling, preventing sudden death, improving memory, and even making good speeches. Like amulets, talismans are usually carried on one's person. The most powerful talismans are ones actually made by the person for who will be using them. A talisman made for you by someone else can never be as strong as the one you make yourself. I think that's important. A talisman can be of any shape or material, but traditionally some substances are more appropriate than others. Okay. Most talismans are made from metal discs with appropriate sigils and symbols engraved on each side. Then they are may be worn as a charm on a pendant. Suitably engraved talisman discs can, of course, be purchased at many occult shops, but if you're really serious about your intentions, you should make your own. Now, I also mentioned spell cards, and to me, a spell card is a variation on a talisman. But an amulet is like if you saw a beautiful seashell on the beach and you decide to pick it up and you decide to make that into an amulet. You would put one or two holes in it, tie string or wear it around your neck. You do as little as possible to change that object that you found. You could paint a small rune on one side and then that's it. You can also wrap stones. So if you see like a beautiful stone, you can get some thin wire and wrap it and put it on the necklace as well. A talisman is something that you create where you put on runes and sigils. One side would have the sigils, the spell work that you're wanting, and then the other side is kind of like personalizing it. You're putting your name on it so that the spell is connected to you. It is, protecting you. Now, a spell card, I said, is like a talisman. A lot of you have heard of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So take a card like that, and you, on one side of it, start putting a incantation, some runes, sigils, however you want to work it onto that side. This is your spell. Excuse me. And then on the other side, you can personalize it. You're putting maybe more of the spell that you're wanting on it, and you're putting your personal sigil, your name, a mark that connects it with you. Now, I also think that a little bit more should be added. I would be taking an old penny, the ones that were made before the 1980s. Excuse me again, because those have a higher copper content, and placing that onto the card. And literally, I don't think I would glue it, but I think I would use a piece of natural tape to connect the coin with the card. And then I would do my incantation or ritual to charge the card. And thus I have a stored spell on this card. I have made a talisman. Darn. And so then that gives me the ability to put this card away, to put it in someplace where I can get to it at a later time. I could make a couple of these small spell cards and put them in my wallet or in my purse if I was a lady. And so this works where you can create cards, spells for daily usage or an emergency situation. Let's say you're having some automotive problems. You can create a spell card to try to keep your vehicle going, or if the vehicle breaks down, where you can pull out the card and wish for help to come quickly. It can be used for protection. It can be used in many forms. That is my concept on expanding magic. Because you're storing a spell, you would have to create a store spell as well. But you can thus create an unknown amount of spell cards, and you put each one into like its own envelope, its own container, and you can pull them out as you need. They are stored spells, because that's what a talisman is. It's a stored spell. That's what an amulet is. It has a stored spell because it has stored energy to do some general protection. A talisman has magic endowed into it to do a specific purpose. A spell card would be just like a talisman. So I would like to know what you think about this idea. Does it have merit? So please leave some comments down below, and hope if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and have yourself a wonderful day. So everybody, take care, be at peace.